Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled, This is America, Part 3, by source, CNN, and this article is entitled, More Than Half of American Jobs Are at Risk Because of Coronavirus. This article was posted March the 16th. And it states, a week ago, Darren Dixon wasn't all that concerned about the coronavirus. Now he's losing sleep over the prospect that the virus could cost him his food truck and catering business, which provides 3 jobs, including his own. Sales at Dixon Food Truck, Casey Cajun plunged this week as businesses in downtown Kansas City, Missouri, where he's based, have shifted to working from home. His catering business is having cancellations. His catering business is having cancellations like he's never seen before. I know I'm stressed. I've had sleepless nights. It's just scary because we don't know what we are going to do, said Dixon. His situation is a harbinger of the problems facing the U.S. economy from the coronavirus, which could be far deeper and more widespread than they initially appeared. And because it will hit small businesses like Dixon's particularly hard, it could take years for the economy to fully recover even after the corona crisis is long over. It's not just jobs at airlines, hotels, amusement parks, and sporting events that are at risk. It's the food trucks that serve office workers or school students who are now staying home. It's the dry cleaners who clean the dress clothes that will not be worn as workers stay away from their offices. It's hairstylists, dog walkers, babysitters, restaurant workers, and others who provide services that people no longer need or can't afford. So everybody is going to be affected, no matter what status you are within, lower, middle, or upper. More than half of the U.S. jobs at risk, nearly 80 million jobs in the U.S. economy, are at high or moderate risk today. I'm going to read that again. Nearly 80 million jobs in the U.S. economy are at high or moderate risk today, according to analysis in the last week from Moody's Analytics. That's more than half of the 153 million jobs in the economy overall. That doesn't mean that all those jobs will be lost, but it's probable that as many as 10 million of those workers could see some impact to their paychecks, either layoffs, furloughs, fewer hours, or wage cuts, said Mark Zandi, chief economist at Moody's Analytics. Of those 80 million jobs, Moody's Analytics projects that 27 million are at high risk due to the virus, primarily in transportation and travel, leisure and hospitality, temporary help services, and oil drilling and extraction. Maybe 20% of those workers, comprising about 5 million jobs, will be affected, Zandi said. The other 52 million jobs are judged to face moderate risk. They are in areas such as retail, manufacturing, construction, and education. Some 5 million of those workers could be unemployed or underemployed. People are going to be buying less of everything. The stock market is down and wiping out people's nest eggs, Zandi said. They're worried, am I going to get sick? Are my parents going to get sick? That's a prescription for people going into the bunker and for job losses. The shock to the economy could come quickly when the job changes in the coming week are counted. It could show a loss of as many as 1 million jobs, according to Kevin Hassett, the former chairman of the White House Council of Economic Advisors under President Donald Trump. That wouldn't be significantly worse than the 800,000 jobs lost in March 2009, the worst month of the Great Recession. Let's jump down. Finding new jobs will be tough for those losing paychecks because the U.S. is now in what is a virtual national hiring freeze. Many of those losing their jobs will have trouble finding new ones. A weekly survey of 350 businesses by Moody's Analytics found that as recently as December, 41% of businesses were hiring. As of a Friday survey, that's down to 12%. Job placement firm Challenger, Gray, and Christmas has seen a similar plunge in businesses looking to hire. Healthcare companies are looking for help, but most other firms are instituting job freezes, said Andrew Challenger, the firm's senior vice president. And that's the point. America is finished. All right. People can now wake up from their American dream. This is the new America. And America will only get worse because America's destruction is coming. And this is the judgment of the Most High. Ecclesiastes 12:3, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. The keepers of the house is referring to the individuals that watch the stock market, and the strong man referring to wealthy people. Well, Salakia, not wealthy people, but people that are rich, shall bow themselves, meaning this time is going to humble them. They will be affected as well once the economy fails and the grinders cease because they are few. All right. And the grinders will cease. Okay. According to this article, more than half of American jobs are at risk because of coronavirus. Now, this article has truth. How do you know? Because basically you can filter this article within the scriptures. And case in point, referring back to, and the grinders cease because there are few. Case in point, Darren Dixon. Okay, now at first he wasn't concerned about the coronavirus, but as time progressed, what happens? Or what happened? Now he's losing sleep over the prospect that the virus could cause him his food truck and catering business, which provides 3 jobs, including his own. Okay, his catering business is having cancellations like he's never seen before. I know I'm stressed. I've had sleepless nights. It's just scary because we don't know what we are going to do. Okay? Back into the scripture. And those that look out of the windows be darkened, meaning no future. No future for America. And let's prove this point. Finding new jobs will be tough for those losing paychecks. Okay? Because the United States is now in what is a virtual national hiring freeze, many of those losing their jobs will have trouble finding new ones. A weekly survey of 350 businesses by Moody's Analytics found that as recently as December, 41% of businesses were hiring. As of a Friday survey, that has dropped down to 12%. Okay, all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. All right? And more jobs, okay, will close and more people will be affected. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, meaning you're going to have people getting up early in the morning trying to seek employment. And all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Okay? And that's just a point. This is America. And according to this article, it's only going to become worse. Lord, will you edify? Shalom.